Hey there, toy collectors and Doctor Who fans in particular. This is the Time Travelling Toy Collector. Welcome back to the channel, and this is the Doctor Who figurine collection Time Lord Victorious box set 1, which is produced by Hero Collector in association with the BBC and linked into the Time Lord Victorious multi-platform multimedia storyline that was produced. This is not a channel to discuss the Time Lord Victorious storyline, which had various different strands, which included live action immersive games, figures as you can see here. It also included novels, comics, an animated iPlayer, I think YouTube TV series, which featured the Daleks of which are in this range from Hero Collector. So this particular one is box set number 1, as you can see on the side here, and it comprises 2 specific Daleks that are unique to the Time Lord Victorious animated series that was released on YouTube and is still there. So if you've not seen it, by all means do go ahead and watch it. It's quite fun if that's your thing. As many of you will be aware, I don't collect the Doctor Who figurine collection from Hero Collector. I've seen a lot of the figurines and I have some issues with the level of detail that goes into the more human figurines. That said, I've always been quite taken with the aliens and the robots and the monsters that have been produced by the range, and every time I see one or 2 of them, I must admit, I get a pang to start collecting them. However, I've always fought that off until recently. There was a Hero Collector sale. They're frequently doing sales online on their online store. I do recommend you check that out. And as part of my little shop around during that, I came across the Time Lord Victorious Daleks, which I had thought were all sold out. Now, as you may already be aware from other videos, I picked up the Dalek Parliament sets as part of that special offer, and being something of an completist, addicted personality, call it what you like, I thought, well, if I've got the Dalek Parliament set, which consists of, there are 2 box sets actually, and they each consist of 10 Daleks from across time and the entirety of the Doctor Who series from 1963 up to the present day, at least so far. It would be churlish of me not to consider getting this very limited range, because the collector in me knows full well that means I only have 3 boxes of these to collect, each with the 2 separate Daleks inside. So I haven't taken these out yet. This is my first real close look at this box set 1. So you can see here it consists of a Dalek Drone character, which is similar in its colorization to the classic Daleks from the 1963 serials. And over here we have an Emperor Dalek, an iteration of the Emperor Dalek, which is reminiscent of some of the comic book 1960s TV 21 comic book versions of the Emperor. It's got shades of the Davros version of the Emperor from Remembrance of the Daleks, kind of. Obviously different colours and not really the same, but the notion of the globe head area. I know what I mean. I'm happy with that analogy. So quick look at the packaging. Again, they tend to do really well with the packaging here at Hero Collector. Here we can see it comes with a magazine, as tends to be the case, with character biographies, so a breakdown. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't comment, but a breakdown of the characters, presumably of these, and their story highlights, as we can see here listed, and some behind the scenes info, which might make for some interesting reading. But yeah, so it's a bit of product blurb, some nice illustrations of the characters, and a very short bio of the 2 characters included in the set. Again, I think this in and of itself makes for a pretty nice display piece. You see, you can have this very comfortably displayed somewhere. I would be happy having it displayed just like that. But I appreciate fully that there's more to it than that. So bear with me, and I will do the unthinkable. And there we are. Break in. So I don't think there's any kind of diorama, etc, etc. So I'm just going to slide it out. Yep, there we go. I'll set that aside. Well, let's set it this way around because that's slightly more attractive to have in shot than the other option. So we have, actually they're quite weighty. These are not light pieces, considering they're about 7 or 8 centimeters in height, give or take. They're actually quite weighty pieces, and they are. I was going to move straight to the magazine and say these, but now they're in my hand. They're very well packaged. They're very well protected. There's no styrofoam or anything, so it's all done in plastic, which I'm not sure how good that is in terms of sustainability and recyclability. But it does enable you to see a lot of the detail without actually having to take them out. And I'm very mindful, yeah, here we go, that these are tied in. So what I may well do is, I haven't quite yet decided personally how I'm going to display these or store these. I may even keep them in storage for a future display. So I may not, as I originally intended, take them out of this plastic, because we can see through it quite well. But yeah, I'm going to come back to this in a moment. So I'm going to put them, I'm just going to lie them there. But yeah, over here we have sealed in its, what does this say? Is anything interesting? Yes, to keep the bag away from children and babies, and probably adults who don't know what they're doing. Because you can suffocate. You can also choke on it, and I don't think they've mentioned this time. You can swallow it and choke on it. Don't do any of those things, please. So yeah, Time Lord Victorious. You've got the Dalek Drone and the Dalek Emperor, sorry. And it's a very nice representation of those characters here. The magazine itself has been folded in half, which is, for me, a little bit of a nuisance. I am going to open this, though. This I will open up. Because I can always repackage it, keeping it pristine in the little package. But yeah, so it's bent in half, which, oh, is it? Maybe it's actually not. No. Okay, so I'm lying to you. This is the front and the back of the magazine. The magazine in and of itself opens this way and is contained thus. So the Dalek drones of the Restoration Empire. So the Dalek Restoration Empire, that's part of the storyline of the Daleks. And here we see some artwork, evolution of the Daleks, if you like, through different time frames. So very nice, very nice. Yeah, there's the Dalek Emperor as he appears in the TV comic. I think it's TV 21 or whatever it's called. Very nice. There's the Emperor as he appeared in, I think, Evil of the Daleks, which at the time of recording this has very recently been released as an animated series due to the lost episodes, with the exception of episode 2. So that's something worth getting if you can. There's the Davros version, so that's nice. So I think that's all in all it's a really, really good magazine to get your hands on, and I will be digesting. It's a bit of a time frame by the looks of things. I'll be digesting that myself in the fullness of time. So coming back to the figures themselves, yeah, these are again, as I said, they're not huge, but they are really, really well detailed overall. Now, what I need to say to put this in context is that several of the key Dalek characters that appear in this storyline are battered and damaged, and have a bit of a history to them. So where there may be some apparent damage, not so much the Emperor, but where there may be some damage to other characters across the range, that's something to factor in. But let's take it. So if we take a look at the drone first, I'll come in as close as I can. This is it's a really, really nice paint job. There's blue sensor spheres on the skirt area, mostly black with a black outline, which is a very nice touch, and the blue metallic is carried forward into the sockets that house the two protuberances, which includes the sucker arm, which is multifunctional, and the extermination laser arm. And again, we've got some lovely detailing on the head sculpt there, where you've got the light sections that would illuminate when the Dalek communicates, and the eye stalk is very nicely detailed there as well. The slats look really good. So from a casual observation, this is very nicely detailed. There is a little bit of an abnormality there in terms of the quality of the paint lined up with the skirt and the bumper area. You can see there's a bit of bleed around there. It's really down to your own personal sensibilities as to whether or not you can live with that. I, for one, think I probably could, but I can also fully understand why some people would be very unhappy and cross about that. There also seems to be a bit of bleed in the head section here as well. You can see that, which is a shame. It is a shame, because they are very nice pieces. Let's come on to the Emperor here. Now again, I don't believe, because they're fixed figurines, they're not posable, so the eye stalk and the arms are as they are. That's it, you can't do anything with them. The Emperor has 4 light communication indicators and a very droopy eye stalk. That is a very droopy eye stalk. He's obviously got some sort of eye stalk performance issues going on, but we won't embarrass him with those. But it's hard with that bit there. Is it? Well, maybe it's not so hard to see the front-on view. And I really like that head sculpt version of the Emperor. This rather small, squat bully of an Emperor cast in gold. And again, there's a real, you can sort of see the rivets there around the midsection that really does fuse the 2005 plus Dalek model with the Daleks of old, and I think that's a really well engineered and well realised design. So congratulations to the animators, and also congratulations to Hero Collector for pulling it off. So again, we can see it this side as well. That's on there. I nearly had a fit thinking that was something on the bumper. But yeah, I think all in all, these are 2 really nice figures. They're they're compact, they're weighty, they're very well detailed. The magazine itself is really something, a treasure trove for fans, I would say. As I say, I've not looked at it any more than you've just seen, but I think you'll agree, looking at it, it's a really good and interesting repository of Dalek related info that I personally can't wait to read. I do like a good update in my Dalek history, so I'm going to just hope that stands there, try and get all the components together. I'm sorry that the magazine doesn't quite open out as I anticipated that it would do, but nevertheless I can probably do that for the time being. So yeah, I'm really happy with this purchase. As I said, I'm not yet decided how I might present these and put them on display, but I am a fan of the packaging that it comes with and how Eagle Moss and Hero Collector have presented this. So if you're sitting there wondering, is it worth investing in these? Is this something that is worth your time, effort and money? I think the magazine itself, you'd probably pay in a retail newsagent's for something like the quality of what's in here. I think you'd probably see yourself paying upwards of £3, £4, £5 in the UK so maybe like $6-7 in the USA, possibly more in specialist comic book stores, etc. The presentation box is very, very good, and the quality of the figures, again, let me zoom in slightly here. The quality of the figures, I say figures, they're obviously they're display models, but the quality is really, really good. You can see how they catch the light. Again, they are for display purposes, that's what they exist for, but there is scope, I would suggest, to have some toy photography, if toy photography is something you'd like. I don't know if I will do that, on the basis that, as I've said before, my collection is all mostly around Doctor Who. Here is the character options range, which are sort of 5.5 inch figures, which these will not scale to at all. These are very much in their own league of scale. But that said, that's fine, because within that bubble of collection of Daleks, this is a really nice standalone piece that I would recommend. Yeah, if you are a Doctor Who fan, if you're a fan of classic sci-fi, iconic imagery and models, then yes, these two Daleks are the perfect fusion of what's gone before, of what's to come, and of the Time Lord Victorious storyline, which they are extracted from. If you've not seen it, I think it's an 8 or 10 part, very short animated online series. By all means, have a little look at it. It'll give you an insight into what these characters get up to, and the additional characters that appear in the series. You know I'm a completist, so you know that if there are 3 box sets of Time Lord Victorious Daleks, then I will collect all 3 box sets of Time Lord Victorious Daleks, and I will share the other box sets with you in the fullness of time. If, however, in the meantime you found this interesting, if you found it of use, if it has inspired you to consider collecting any of the Eagle Moss or Hero Collector figurines, the Doctor Who figurine collection, or just the Dalek characters from Time Lord Victorious, then do let me know in the comments below. If you found the video interesting, do please hit that juicy thumbs up button. And if you're interested in seeing other reviews of the Time Lord Victorious range, then a subscribe to the channel would be spectacular. And if you turn on the notifications, then you're never going to miss one of those videos. Okay? Also, it's really, really great for supporting the channel and keeps me coming back with more content, because I know it's reaching the very people who want to see it and who might find it a little bit helpful in making their own life choices. So, in the meantime, all it remains for me to do is to thank you very much for being a fantastic audience and spending the last 15 to 20 minutes with me. I've been the Time Travelling Toy Collector. This has been the Dalek Drone and the Dalek Emperor from Time Lord Victorious Daleks animated online TV series. And until the next time, try not to get exterminated whilst remembering a thing of beauty is a toy forever. Take care. Bye-bye for now.